Now, what is seen as a massive blow to the grand old man of Haryana politics, former Haryana Chief Minister Om Prakash Chautala's rally hopping has been interrupted by the Delhi High Court. Chautala appeared before the Delhi High Court 15 minutes post-noon in the teachers' recruitment scam. The court rejected his lawyer's arguments and asked him to surrender within 24 hours. This was day's second court appearance for Chautala. He had first appeared before the 30 Hazari court in the disproportionate asset case.
At close to 11 a.m. today, former Haryana Chief Minister and INLD Chief Om Prakash Chautala presented himself at the 30 Hazari court in a disproportionate asset case where he had received the summons. The matter had been adjourned to the 20th of October. Meanwhile, he has received directions from this court to produce himself at the High Court in the JBT scam case, where he had apparently violated his bail conditions by going for a political rally in the middle of a bail that he had received on medical grounds.
Now, in the High Court, 2 hours later, the judge came down heavily on the INLD chief. It declared that it was pained and disappointed by his behavior. Rejecting Ram Jethmalani's arguments, the court granted him 24 hours, that too on a condition that he will stay at home. And this is what the Delhi High Court expressed its disappointment over. It has been angry at the fact that Chautala has been addressing election rallies in the poll-bound state after he was granted bail on medical grounds. I'd like to cut across to my colleague Gaurav Sawant at this point of time, reporting outside the Delhi High Court for the latest. Gaurav, you know, Chautala now been given the next 24 hours to surrender, but if you look at it, his job's pretty much already done, because 15th is when Haryana goes to poll, and he has already attended over 100 rallies and the same number of sabhas in each and every village of Haryana.
Preeti, you've covered Haryana campaigning extensively, and you realize that Om Prakash Chautala perceives that he has a better chance of returning as the Chief Minister of Haryana, perhaps for the 6th time. So he's pulled no stops, he's pulled all stops, he's gone ahead, campaigned extensively, and even now his supporters are telling us that when he goes to jail tomorrow, they will milk it completely, saying that he did not indulge in corruption for himself.
Yes.
He only gave 3,200 jobs to basic teachers, for primary teachers, and should he return to power, he'll give out another 3 lakh jobs. So for them, it's yet another election pitch that as a prominent Jat leader, he's gone to jail for the people of Haryana. So that's the spiel they're giving on him. But if I were to tell you what transpired in court number 17 in Delhi High Court was literally spilling at this scene. The lawyers, onlookers, journalists, they were hanging on to every word that Ram Jethmalani or the CBI lawyer or even the learned justice said in court. And you know, the High Court said that justice should not only be done, it should seem to have done. And in this case, Chautala crisscrossing across Haryana, a picture speaks 1,000 words. So clearly, this is a case where he should get back to jail. So he surrenders tomorrow.
You know, it's quite interesting, Gaurav, because if you look at it in politics, they say when things go your way, everything falls in place. And if you look at it politically, this has been tailor-made for Chautala, because he's campaigned extensively over the last 2 weeks, and now going back to jail just 4 days ahead of polling pretty much goes to signify the possible empathy, the possible sympathy wave that might be created in the state for him.
You're spot on there. His supporters intend to milk this to the hilt, take advantage of an adversity. He will not be able to campaign, but his supporters will go all out to say that he has gone to jail for you, and then wear this as a medal instead of an insult, or you know, a 5-time chief minister being sent to jail for violating bail conditions, convicted of corruption, serious corruption charges, convicted for 10 years. And yet he hopes to hold it as a medal to return to power for the 6th time. But as you well know, 25% Jat votes, anti-incumbency that the Congress party is facing, and BJP, of course, with no prominent Jat faces, will they be able to get the numbers? Om Prakash Chautala supporters telling us that if he doesn't get numbers on his own before this, with this, he's almost certain to be in striking distance of making it to the next government.
Appreciate you joining us, Gaurav Sawant, getting us the very latest on what transpired today in the Delhi High Court. Om Prakash Chautala been given the next 24 hours to surrender, but politically speaking, many say the job has already been done in what Chautala wanted, especially to create that wave for him on the ground.